Welcome to this video. In this video we are going to learn about taking input and output for computer programming. If you are pursuing computer science, you will find it valuable for computation as well as for placements, because during placement technical questions are asked on usually HackerRank, during which sometime you know what will be the logic, but still we have hard time on figuring out how to take input or what is the best way to get input. And also I'm making this video because I knew how to code in various frameworks like Angular and React, but still when I started competitive I was stuck at taking input because I never did it before with frameworks. So I don't know you have the same problem or not, but I thought to make this video for people like me so they don't get stuck at input. We will be covering every basics required to get you going. So taking input is pretty simple, as these are counted in basics of any programming language. We take input in Python by using input function. So x is equal to input, and we'll be just painting x for now, which is nothing. If I pass Ankit, it will print the same, as this is our input. And I am assuming that you all know Python basics. So in order to ask a question or in order to print a line before taking an input, I have to pass a string as a parameter to input. So if I use here, this will be printed before taking input. So let's use next line, and now this is asking me here and I am just printing same. So these are just nothing, these are just the basics. So for computer programming there are two ways an input can be given. First is a list separated by spaces. These are just the single line inputs, but these are not usually is given. So usually there are given a tags along with the inputs. Like tags can be test cases first, and then test cases, and after that it is usually the length, and for the third it is a string itself. So like these are the tags, and the input will be in this type 2 3, length is 4, and the string would be DDD for now. So if it is 3, I have to make 3 test cases for it. So these are the 3 test cases, like maybe make it 4 and add a, and again if I do 2, so then just 2da. Now these are the usually how the input is given. So for the first, it is like pretty simple to take an input. If it is just a single line, you just have to do input dot split. As you know that split greater space, so it will print a list which was earlier separated by spaces, but now it would be a proper list. Now if I do the same 1 2 3 4 and 5, this will be a list, but as you can see, or as you might have guessed, this is a string. So in order to make it an integer, or I have to do typecasting, so I have to use a map function. So a map function along with int for now. So now this will just map everything into an integer, as this is a memory location, like where this thing is right now. So as you know, the map always return an iterable, so I have to use list in order to make it a list. Now maybe 1 2 3 4 and 5. Now this is a list of integer. Now this is the first way how input can be given, or how to take an input. But for the second, whenever a test case is given, so we have to make a loop so that our code should run for how many test cases are available to us. So of course, as you know that input gives string as default, so I have to typecast it to integer. Now the first line is 3, so it will run for 3 times. In the second line, if it is 4, which means that this is a length, so I can now store it for a single value. Even though if I just remove this thing, you can just make the code for this particular area. Now the length, for the length, of course it is still the same input, as this is just a one single value. But now, as you know, that the third is string itself, because the tag given for it is string. So let's use string is equal to, as this is just a single value, d, so I can use input as it is. Now let's print that how many times d was present in this particular string. Now it was, let's just copy and paste this thing. Now it is 4 times d, this is 1 time d, and this is 4 times d. So this is how you take input in for computer programming. So this is just a dummy template for Python developers who want to code in computer. But in order to provide an output which is same, you do the print functions and dot format in order to format that string. Like what if I have x is equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on. So like what if I want to print x but not as a list, like all the values within it. Like these are sometimes asked in computer programming. Like what if I want the output should be like this. So in order to do that, you have to do nothing. Like the first, for the newbies, or maybe you are aware with Python, you might be considering loop, and then you will be printing I. But best practice to do that, because there are other codes to do the same thing. So you can do is just to do print and then have a list, and then you can add just a star before that. Now what this will output is just a list separated by spaces. So these are common outputs. Or maybe I can use a list comprehension method where I can use print x for x in x, or maybe I think I should change these values. This will still make the same. Now in order to make it in a single line, I can use end is equal to like a space. Now this is same as it is. So like these are the basics. Rest is just your logic. This is how you will be going to have an input, and this is how you outputting a result. This is just a basic template. Rest is all your logic. So thank you.